Starting to snow out again. Got the snowblower going last night. Started second pull. Hasn't run in over a year. Couldn't believe it. But snowblower weather means snowmobile weather. So I'm going to work on this today. Did the engine last year, but we had no snow. And I just want to rebuild the tracks, or the skis, I'm sorry. The track I did rebuild all that. But the ski is right here. I should have started the video yesterday and I didn't. Just didn't feel like it. But what happens with these skis, these bolts get all seized right in there because there's a dowel right here. You can see the dowel, and that sits inside there, and one in here, and the bolt seizes in the dowel, and then you can't get it out. So I had to hacksaw it off on either side, hammer it out, and oh yeah, I got the spring downstairs. The spring with the mount is downstairs because I had to epoxy the rubber back onto it, and I made some pins for that. I should have done a video on the whole thing. I didn't. If I have to do it to this side, I'll videotape it all. So next step is to try to weld this in as best I can. I got a couple new wear bars on eBay, $3, $10 shipping. Now my wear bar is right here. Only has one bolt, and this one has two bolts, but it's the same length, so it doesn't really matter. And I'll show you when I do the other ski. There was just one hole in here, but if you can feel along your ski, there's a divot here for another hole, and there's a divot right in here for another hole, and that lines up with the new ones. And from the factory, they think they just come with one bolt, but you can put a double bolt one in or single one in. It's just these ones weren't drilled, so I drilled them out with that variable bit there. Fits in there perfect. So now, before I bolt that in, the new wear bar, because this wear bar was just about worn right out, and when it wears out, it wears the ski out. So what I'm going to try to do is just try to put a bead along this crack on inside and outside, and hopefully that'll work for now, because even these old skis are expensive. They're like $100 each. Then you got to buy the wear bar, so at least $100 each. So I couldn't believe how expensive they were. And, you know, I only paid $50 for the machine. So, and I don't know what I've got into now, a couple $100 into it, I think. So I'm not going to spend another couple hundred on skis. I'm just going to fix these ones up for now, and they'll last for quite a few more years. Okay, I'm going to start welding this. I'll get this prepped first. First thing, I got to clean the rust off that before you can weld. I'm not the best welder in the world, that's for sure. I do so little of it. We need it down to bare metal. 60 grit or something. Running out of air, so I'm going to get my cordless grinder.
Great classics and the best new rock. K106.3.
Oh, that's good time. Cutting wheel. See if I got a wire wheel attachment for that.
And the best new rock for Petroleum Oil Springs and Sarnia. K106.3.
I really should be putting a piece of sheet metal over that whole thing. I may have to. I'm going to try to tack a little bit of it, but I'll show you. That's a pretty big gap right there. I'm going to see if I can fill some of it in And if it's too thin and it starts burning through, then I'm gonna have to weld a new piece on here. And I don't think I've got any sheet metal here. I've got some sheet aluminum, but not metal. I may have to go to Peter's after work and I get a couple strips of metal from welded in there. So, but I'll try to weld it a little bit right now. When I wired my garage, I wired that plug over there on the wall over here, 20 amp outlet and 20 amp wire just for this, just for putting a welder on it. We get a spot, good spot here to clamp it to. Okay, that's good there. That's good there. Get some gloves. Helmet. Where's my helmet? Some people don't like these instant flash helmets, but man, I love them. For maybe it's because I'm a poor welder, but worked good for me the last time I used it. Oh, some gas on it. Start with the easy part right here, I think. Oh, it's like paper. Yo! That's like paper. Just blowing a hole right through it. Let's see if I can turn the heat down a little bit. Let's turn the speed down. Put it on minimum. Nope, a little more heat there. Turn that down and that up. I think it's too thin. I wish I had some better light. Like I need better light here. thing's got a hook on it. Yeah, this light's got a hook on it here. So I can see through. It's like welding paper. Yeah. Just wanted to see if I could get a good weld on the metal where it's good. And I can. It's just where it's paper thin, it's really hard. So thin. Don't think I can do it. I think I'm going to get a piece of sheet metal about this wide, 2.5 inches, right down to here, and then weld it over here because the metal is nice and thick here. Because that's just, it's too thin, it's just burning right through. I'm not skilled enough to do that. So let me find some sheet metal. Too difficult for me, so I'll have to grind this down. Get a tape measure. And something heavier than sheet metal too. I'm not sure which gauge this is here, but so I need a piece. Doesn't matter if I go over top of this hole. Doesn't matter if I go over top of that hole there, because I can just re-drill it out again. Same with this one. But nice to have a piece. 22 inches. 22 inches by could be 3, but 3.5. 3.5. Three to 3.5, 22 inches. All right, gotta get some sheet metal.